Going into the 2026 World Cup, the matchup between the Netherlands and Japan carried massive expectations. Yet, for the first 45 minutes, millions of spectators were subjected to a match so incredibly slow and cautious that analysts quickly labeled it the worst game of the tournament so far. This diagram illustrates the Dutch side's rigid possession loop, passing entirely sideways and backwards, never breaking defensive lines. Their center back, Virgil van Dijk, touched the ball 76 times in the first half alone, passing amongst his defense without threatening the Japanese half. But the Japanese side had their own issues, carrying a massive amount of expectation from their fans back home. They respected the Dutch team entirely too much. They dropped back, gave up the ball, and sat in a deep defensive block. Because Japan sat so far back in their own territory, their only option for offense was a very slow counterattack. That distance left their front line isolated without any real support for a defensive threat. When two elite teams prioritize not making mistakes over creating chances, the result is a tactical vacuum. The extreme caution on both sides guaranteed a scoreless draw unless the managers found a solution in the locker room. Inside the locker room at halftime, Dutch manager Ronald Koeman recognized the stagnation. He instructed his players to immediately abandon the safe passes and drastically increase their intensity. We immediately saw specific positional changes on the pitch. Midfielders like Tijani, Reijnders and Summerville pushed much higher up the field, taking risks and bursting into one-on-one situations with the Japanese defenders. That sudden shift to vertical play worked. By forcing the ball up the pitch, the Dutch side opened the game wide up and put the Japanese defense firmly on their heels. With the Japanese defenders pushed back, the Netherlands capitalized on their massive size advantage. Virgil van Dijk drove a trademark, headed goal right into the back of the net to open the scoring. Koeman's decision to swap sterile possession for vertical aggression broke the stalemate. Now down a goal, Japan was forced into a situation where they had to instantly adapt their own tactics or lose the match. Japanese manager Hajime Moriyasu needed an immediate counter-adjustment to the opening Dutch goal. He signaled for a tactical shift away from their defensive shell. On this tactical chalkboard, we can track the shift as Takefusa Kubo moves from an isolated position on the right wing directly into the central channel. Moving inside gave Kubo the space to dictate the tempo. He got heavily involved, found open passing lanes, and started firing off dangerous shots. That single positional change created a cascade effect across the entire Japanese attacking line. With Kubo drawing attention in the middle, Keito Nakamura found the space to take a shot on his weaker foot and score a crucial equalizer. By abandoning their defensive shell for a fluid, expansive style of play, Japan flipped the momentum of the entire match. They proved they possessed the firepower to dictate the game on their own terms. That four-goal thriller perfectly illustrated a broader stylistic contrast in modern soccer. Japan utilized speed and fluidity to combat a severe physical deficit against massive European defenders. We saw how modern fluid movement can actively expose an aging physical defense. Early in the game, a Japanese forward simply dropped short, received the ball, and easily spun past Van Dijk inside the box, leaving the captain entirely out of position. This bar chart tracks a trend analysts are calling the death of the target man. Over the last 3 World Cups, there has been a steady decline in teams using traditional static center forwards, replaced instead by fluid multi-attacker systems. The Dutch reliance on a traditional striker profile highlighted this exact evolutionary gap. Because their frontman wasn't an elite link-up player, their attack was frequently left unsupported during key transitions in the first half. Meanwhile, Japan neutralized the towering Dutch physical advantage entirely. They fought back to score their second equalizer directly off a corner kick, an area where size usually dominates through sheer movement and aggressive positioning. The second half provided hard evidence that a dynamic fluid attacking unit can successfully dismantle even the most physically imposing, highly structured defensive lines. Looking at the broader implications, the Japanese national team has explicitly stated their ambition to make a deep historic run in this tournament. Historically, Japan has never advanced past the quarterfinal stage of a World Cup. The first 45 minutes of this match proved they will never break this ceiling if they continue to rely on a cautious, deep block approach against European giants. To advance into the later rounds, Teams must dominate play in the top half of the field, maintaining relentless attacking intent from the opening whistle. Japan's 15-minute tactical awakening is the mandatory standard. They must maintain to evolve from underdog contenders into genuine world beaters.